Ron Harris here from MuscleDevelopment.com. Coverage of the Arnold Sports Festival brought to you by High-Tech Pharmaceuticals. Standing here at the meet and greet with Milos, the Mind, Sarcev. You did prep one athlete for this show?
Yes, it's Max Charles. I'm a big fan of Max physique. I think he has no weaknesses right now, and I think he's going to shock a lot of people. I just hope he's going to be given a chance. I worked with him for a few months now. And really, guy has no weak mandatory pose, So I just hope for a good chance for him to be called out and be compared with the top guys.
So we know you're a nutrition expert, you're a training expert. Did you guide him on the training as well?
No, not so much on training. It's just peaking contest preparation and nutrition. He is one of those genetically gifted, and
ain't they all?
Yes. But see, I was one of the guys, and back in the day, the hardest thing for me was to eat my 8 meals a day. So training was not the hard part. Eating is, and that's one thing about Max. I have to increase his calories because he's just one of those guys that doesn't like to eat. Right. But really, I would be biased by saying, I think he can make a first call out and be a factor. I honestly believe he will.
I don't think they invite anyone to this show that's not high level. You got to be really good to get to this show. Yes. What was your whole reaction with the coronavirus? We all thought this thing might be canceled a couple days ago, the whole thing.
Well, this is sad. I mean, I was already in Dubai, Australia. There was some scare. There was, for me, possibility to go to Bali, and there was also, travel, ban. Unfortunately, it's already 80-something countries, right? Yeah. I have a lot of people, Italian friends, that they cannot compete. Japanese friend, they can. Chinese. My good friend Lu Chen Hui was going to be here today. We had even tickets and a hotel and everything organized, but he can't travel. So it's no fun. Let's put it this way.
I mean, I'm just glad we're still here, and most of the things are still going on. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Especially for competition, I would hate preparing for a contest, be ready for a show, and then not be able to compete. Oh my God. So thank God for the athletes. They're going to still be able to present themselves on the stage.
Now, I always admired your contest picks and the way you analyze physique. So I'm going to ask you how you think things might happen, because we have Big Ramy doing this show for the first time ever. He's working with Chad, so a new coach, maybe a new look. We have 4 prior champions. We have Bonac, Cedric, Victor. What was the other one? Dexter. How could I forget Dexter? Well, because I'm old. Yeah, I mean, how do you think this thing could shake out? Who's your favorite if you have one?
So you see, I competed back in the 90s, and my last 3 Olympias, 97, 98, 99, if you look, everybody was always in shape. And 97, Ronnie was 9th, I was 10th, Mike Matarazzo, Charles Claremont, and Mike Francois. That was the last 3 guys, right? So somebody has to be first, somebody has to be last. This is such a tough lineup that I think that anybody, if given the chance and they're coming at their best, they can give them a run for the money. But let's face it, Big Ramy is a huge factor to, if he presents on the stage what he has potential for, he can walk away with the show. Everybody knows that. He's being prepared by Chad. I talked to Chad. He says he's in spectacular shape, so he expects him to win. William Bonac is second at Mr. Olympia. He won Arnold Classic. Everybody knows how good he is, and he's going to be a factor now. I love his physique in general, but he's lacking that width that many guys can explore. So this is where, if you ask me for a judging, it should be aesthetics, balance, conditioning, top 3 things to be considered. So if you look at this, balance, right? Yeah. Upper body, lower body, aesthetics, if you have that X-frame V-taper, and conditioning. Whoever brings that is going to be a factor. So who else? Dexter Jackson has never been out of shape in his life, right? So Blade will deliver. He won't be competing at the age of 50 if he is not ready. Yeah. And I believe he's going to bring his best. So these are top 3 favorites going into the show. Cedric McMillan, providing he brings it on the stage, would be obviously a factor, but we saw Cedric many times being less than conditioned. So it's really that factor. If he brings the conditioning, yes, he's potential winner. If he doesn't, he might not make a top 10, because everybody here is great. Sergio Oliva, Sergio Oliva Jr. has probably the best genetics given from his father that, again, if he delivers in his, I believe, 280 pounds, bigger than he's ever been, he's working with Chris Acedo. I believe he's going to come in top shape. So he would be a factor. I said in the beginning I might be biased for Max Chas, because I work with him because I'm a big fan of his physique. I look at him structurally, and he brought up his legs, and his conditioning is spot on right now.
I was going to say, that's the only thing I ever knocked the guy for was his legs. His upper body is phenomenal.
Yes. You'll see the difference, definitely. You see the difference, and I just hope he gets a favorable comparisons.
I mean, he got third place here in 2017, I think it was.
Yes, he was behind
Cedric and
Dallas, yeah. So I think the Arnold Classic is shape show. Since Arnold was talking about let's bring the aesthetics back and awarded Cedric McMillan with first place.
Yep.
Since then, I think the Arnold Classic is looking more for this aesthetics, shape, and conditioning. So I hope the judge is going to look for that.
And I think the posing still counts for like 30% of the score.
I didn't know that about this.
Yeah.
I would love that. Back in my time in the 90s, they have a symmetry round, muscularity round, and a posing round for a reason. Because in a symmetry round, you can emphasize aesthetics and the balance. Okay, so if you're going to beat me in muscularity round because you're more muscular and freaky and all this, I understand. But if I'm beating you in aesthetics and symmetry and proportion, that should be accounted for. So I think that rounds should be separated like it used to be. Yeah.
Well, Misko, thank you so much for your insights. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Always cool.
And I just want to say, if I forgot somebody, please forgive me. I was caught off guard here, and I know that Steve Kukla is here. He is tremendous. He comes in great condition and has all the muscle mass. Every competitor here, Victor Martinez. Oh my God, I'm a big fan of Victor Martinez. If Victor brings anything close to 2007 Olympia, which he should won, right?
It's over.
It's over, yeah, the show is over. But let's say the good thing is this is the biggest, best lineup in years. Best of the best entering, so everybody's in for a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good show, guys. Thank you, Milos Sarcev. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you later.